know, this makes me a pop star. It says pop star. You can play rap, funk, hip hop, or rock. This is a hip hop track.
Hello, welcome to Electric Independence. We're about to visit the studio of Samson, gay icon, DJ, and electronic punk musician with groups such as Tigre and her new project, Men.
Hi, my name is Samson. This is my house, this is my gear. I am in a band called Tigre. I'm also in a band called Men, and I'm a DJ. TV bloopers, those are adventures in Negro history. I think once you start to understand what the music is like comprised of and like how people are doing it, you become much more interested in that genre. Like my aesthetic in general is like punk rock, like whatever you can pull together. This is something that I use a lot for when I'm like recording guitars or really anything, but I found it like in this old shed, but it sounds really cool, like really dirty and stuff. That's just like a piano sound, but when you play a guitar through it, it's just like super dirty and awesome. Everything from the Tigre has all these like stickers on it. In the Tigre, I never learned like what the notes were or anything because everything was samples. You know, this kind of sticker with the cherries on it is for like this song or whatever, to know what samples it were and stuff.
What is that exactly?
This is a Roland SPD6 that has some internal samples of drum sounds and effects. And they knew way more than I did about any music making, but not that much because they had just started learning themselves about electronic music. But I think it was really good because I was like trying weird shit that people didn't usually do, and then in the recording process I kind of like super fell into it, and I think that was like a really big moment for me. It was just kind of recording in the studio. Once we got Pro Tools, I was like master engineer, like. Here, let me check it out for you. Oh, everything's okay. My process for remix production is very similar to my process of my own musical production, which is that I mostly do it all in Pro Tools. You know, I get the tracks and separate them, figure out what I want to keep and what I want to throw out. Mostly I throw out a lot, and then I just build it all in Pro Tools, starting, I guess, with the vocal track and figuring out the BPM and then figuring out the chord progressions and stuff. So my girlfriend bought me all these guitars, but it's fun to sample. I mean, like that, it's a great sound. This one has a tempo shifter. Microphone, pop star. But this one's cool. It shoots these like lasers down that are like the strings, and then when you go like that, it works.
Men and Tigre, they're both very much in the dance music vein. So how did you get interested in that? Was it like going to clubs and?
Well, when I made films, I went to film school, and I guess like the music that I made behind my films was kind of dancey, and like it would be like one cut, like another, and then I would always do this thing where I just got like really faster cuts, and then like it's like one frame, and then because I make music on the computer so much, I do it visually. Like we worked with Rick Ocasek from the Cars on some production for This Island, the Tigre record, and he like doesn't look at the screen at all, and like he kept being like, why do you guys look at the screen so much? And we were like, I guess we just like, that's how we make music, you know? But he's like, doesn't even get it. He's just like, and it was sort of interesting. In the Tigre, we started using this microcord, actually this exact microcord. When it came out, we bought this, and it was like, wow, this is amazing, and it's so tiny, and the sounds are so good. And then I ended up like writing a lot of Tigre stuff with this, and then I brought this on the Peaches tour, And it's now the main live thing too, and it's the same exact one, and I've only ever taken it to get a tune-up once and nothing was even broken. I'm an arpeggiator person, so like I was saying, what it does is like build a pattern that follows the rhythm of the song. And the cool things you can do with it are change how many times it happens. And you can change whether or not it goes up or down. Or if it has like a random picking the different notes. And what it does basically is it's like taking different notes in a certain chord. You know, you're actually playing a C, an E, and a G, or whatever. And so then it goes C, G, C, G, C, G. And then you can make it do different things depending on what key you're in and stuff like that. So, and you can make it just go C, 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 or whatever. So I'm really into that. And this keyboard makes it really easy to fuck around with that stuff. It's definitely the best like piece of gear that I've ever had. For 10 years I've been like, you know.
You know, a lot of people started using things like samplers and Ableton because it was easy to take on the road, but now I guess people are using them as an instrument in its own right. Like, can you maybe explain Ableton a little bit, what it does, or even show us how you...
So I have like my whole entire set for men in one Ableton session, and I have like 80 tracks, but they're not all running at the same time. So I have every track separated, like the hi-hats separated from the snares, from the toms, from, you know, whatever, which makes it really awesome to use live because I can then mix stuff and like affects each individual part live, which is really awesome. So I'm trying to think, like we have a song called Boom Boom Boom. So all the drums are coming through on Ableton, and that's pretty much it because the rest of it is Ginger has a octave shifter on her guitar, so she's playing a bass line, and Michael's playing guitar, and then I'm playing an arpeggiator. So it's really great. Like, Pro Tools would be way more complicated to be playing live. It's just a way to like separate the tracks, fuck around with them, put effects on them. Like, you know, I can like filter the kick like just for the breakdown part or whatever. So that's really why I started using it. It's very hands-on, user-friendly, awesome. Really? What did you eat? Come here, get away from that. Are you okay? What are you doing?
Responsibilities because we're grown-ups now. In Iceland, apparently mothers will suck snot out of their babies' noses.
What is that?
That's, well, there's
a pip.
It's a pip, an old pip. That's a nectarine that I brought back from Los Angeles, from Binky's dad's tree in Silver Lake. Oh my God, poor little bubbly Scorbs. Well, I'm glad he got that out.
Nice work, Licky.
Hey, you are my hero. You're self-medicated.
Sia and I don't really write together. We've written like 2 songs, one of them on a toy guitar, and one of them I forced her to make the music, and then I was going to do the vocals because I thought that would be really funny. But her new record is like so good. It is like super disco. It's really good. I mean, she must have been influenced by me. I mean, come on. Well, I like the same thing about RVs as I like about dance music, I guess, because I'm really into the idea that like people are stuck in one place and they kind of like have to have a good time. So I kind of see like RVing culture as like this like microcosm of a community, and like everybody kind of like having to hang out and have a good time, and you're like stuck in this place but you're moving along.
Are you going to do a tour with men in an RV?
I don't know, I think for sure right now we're still in like minivan zone, so but hopefully we'll have an RV.
Simultaneously we look up to the sky.